Your feelings, they're the reason you're losing. Every day they whisper, stay soft, stay comfortable, stay weak. And you listen, you obey, you break. But remember this, the man you were meant to become, he's dying every time you bow to comfort. Every single morning you wake up with a choice. Will you be ruled by emotion, or will you rule yourself? Most men never answer that question. They let their feelings answer for them. And their feelings always say the same thing. Not today. That's the death sentence. That's the moment potential dies. That's when greatness bleeds out in silence. You think you're protecting yourself by listening to your emotions? You're not. You're destroying yourself, piece by piece, day by day, choice by choice. Look at yourself right now. Really look. Not the version you pretend to be. Not the version you show the world. The real you. Are you satisfied? Are you proud? Are you becoming? Or are you just existing, drifting, floating through life like a ghost? Because here's the harsh reality. Most men are already dead. They're walking. They're talking. They're breathing. But they're not alive. They died the day they chose comfort over growth. They died the day they said, I'll start tomorrow. They died the day they let their feelings win. And now they're zombies, going through the motions, existing but not living, surviving but not thriving. Is that you? Is that what you've become? Because if it is, if you're reading this and feeling that sting of recognition, then good. That means there's still something in you worth saving. That means the warrior isn't completely dead yet. That means you can still rise, but only if you choose to. Only if you stop listening to the voice that's been destroying you. Only if you kill the part of you that worships comfort. Today, right now, this moment. Because tomorrow is a lie that weak men tell themselves. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is where dreams go to die. There is only now. Only this breath. Only this decision. Will you rise? Or will you rot? You think your feelings care about your future. They don't. They only care about comfort. And comfort kills. Comfort is warm, but it's a grave. A slow death. A quiet burial. You feel tired. You feel lazy. You feel unmotivated. Good. That's exactly where strong men are born. Because here's what nobody tells you. Your feelings are liars. They're cowards dressed as advisors. Their weakness disguised as wisdom. Your feelings will tell you to rest when you need to run. They'll tell you to quit when you need to push. They'll tell you to stop when you need to strike. And if you listen, you die slowly. Not physically, but spiritually, mentally. The part of you that could have been great. It withers. It fades. It disappears. Think about every person who had a dream. Every person who said, I'm gonna be something. Every person who had fire in their eyes at 18, at 20, at 25. Where are they now? Most of them are gone. Not dead, but invisible, swallowed by mediocrity, drowned in comfort. They had the same potential you have. They had the same opportunity you have. They had the same choice you have. But they chose wrong. They chose feelings over discipline. They chose comfort over conquest. They chose safety over greatness. And now they're ghosts, walking through life but not living it, breathing but not existing, surviving but not thriving. Don't let that be you. Don't let your epitaph read, He had potential. Because potential means nothing without execution. Dreams mean nothing without discipline. Vision means nothing without violence. Violence against comfort. Violence against laziness. Violence against the weak version of yourself. The truth about weakness. Weak men stop at feelings. Strong men walk through them. They bleed through them. They grow through them. Let me tell you something about the world. It doesn't care about your feelings. Your boss doesn't care that you're tired. Your competition doesn't care that you're scared. Your dreams don't care that you're unmotivated. They all demand the same thing. Action, results, execution. And the moment you understand this, the moment you accept this brutal truth, that's when you start winning. Average men wait for motivation. Winners move without it. Winners strike when they feel nothing. Winners act when the world sleeps. Because winners know discipline doesn't ask questions. Discipline doesn't negotiate. Discipline executes. Think about it. Every single person you admire, every champion, every legend, every icon, they all had days they felt like garbage. Days they wanted to quit. Days their body screamed stop. But they didn't listen. They moved anyway. They trained anyway. They fought anyway. Not because they felt good, but because they understood something most men never will. Feelings are temporary. Results are permanent. The pain you feel today, it will fade. The discipline you build today, it will last forever. The weakness you give into today, it will haunt you tomorrow. The strength you build today, it will carry you for life. You see, most men are slaves, not to other people, but to their own emotions. They wake up as slaves to comfort. They work as slaves to fear. They quit as slaves to pain. And they never break free. They never rise. They never become. Because slavery is comfortable. Slavery is easy. Slavery doesn't demand anything. But freedom? Freedom is war. Freedom is discipline. Freedom is choosing who you become instead of accepting what you feel. So I'm asking you right now, are you a slave or are you free? Because you can't be both. You can't serve comfort and chase greatness. You can't bow to feelings and stand as a king. You can't be weak and call yourself strong. Choose today, now. Because every moment you wait, you're choosing slavery. Every day you obey your emotions. You surrender your destiny. You give away the throne that was meant for you. You trade power for pleasure, purpose for comfort. Look around you, men who once had fire in their eyes. Now they're empty, soft, quiet, forgettable. Not because they were weak, but because they listened to the wrong voice. The voice that said, not today, later, tomorrow. That voice is the enemy. It's the silent killer of potential. It destroys more men than failure ever will. You know what's tragic? It's not the man who tries and fails. That man learned something. That man grew. It's the man who never tries. The man who had the dream but not the discipline. The man who had the vision but not the violence to pursue it. That man dies with his potential trapped inside him. Buried, wasted, lost forever. And the worst part? Nobody remembers him. Not because he failed, but because he never even showed up to the arena. Let me tell you about that man. He's everywhere. He's the guy who talks about writing a book, but never writes a page. He's the man who dreams of building a business, but never takes the first step. He's the warrior trapped in a victim's body, who never breaks free.
He's brilliant in his mind, successful in his fantasies, legendary in his imagination. But in reality, in the real world where results matter, he's invisible, and it kills him slowly. Not the failure, not the rejection, not the pain, but the regret, the knowing, the constant awareness that he could have been more. He goes to bed every night with that weight.
He wakes up every morning with that shame. He carries it like chains. I could have been something. I should have tried. If only I had started. That's the torture. That's the real hell. Not the pain of discipline, but the pain of regret. And here's the thing about regret: it doesn't fade. It doesn't heal. It doesn't get easier. It grows. It festers. It consumes. Until one day you wake up at 40, 50, 60, and you realize the person you could have been is dead and buried. And there's no bringing him back. No second chance. No do-over. Just the haunting question: what if I had been brave? Don't let that be you. Don't let that voice win. Don't surrender before the war even begins. You want to be dangerous? Control your feelings. Command your emotions. Stand up when everything inside you says stop. Tired? Move anyway. Afraid? Go anyway. Broken? Rise anyway. Because every time you push through pain, you sharpen yourself. You rise a level. You step closer to the man you were meant to become. Listen carefully. Transformation isn't pretty. It's not Instagram posts and motivational quotes. It's ugly. It's brutal. It's war. It's you versus you every single day. In the mirror. In the gym. In the work. In the silence of 4 a.m. when nobody's watching. That's where champions are made. Not in front of cameras. Not in front of crowds. In the dark. In the quiet. In the moments when feelings scream loudest. Real transformation happens in the moments nobody sees. When your alarm goes off and your body begs for 5 more minutes. When the weights feel heavy and your mind says you've done enough. When the work is hard and your soul wants to escape. Those moments, those are the making of you. Every time you conquer those moments, you're not just building discipline. You're building identity. You're forging character. You're creating the man who will rule his own life. But here's what's beautiful about this process: it gets easier. Not because the work gets lighter, but because you get stronger. The alarm that used to torture you, it becomes your call to war. The gym that used to intimidate you, it becomes your sanctuary. The work that used to drain you, it becomes your purpose. You don't become a different person. You become more of who you really are. You strip away the weakness. You burn away the excuses. You destroy the soft version. And what's left? Steel, unbreakable, unshakable, unstoppable. And that man, the one who survives those moments, he's not soft. He's not comfortable. He's not average. He's a storm. He's a weapon. He's a machine. Cold, relentless, unstoppable. People will see you and sense something different. Not because you're showing off. Not because you're loud. But because there's a gravity to disciplined men. A presence. An energy that says, I don't break. I don't bend. I don't bow. And the world respects that. Even if it doesn't understand it. Even if it fears it. Even if it tries to pull you back down. The machine mindset. Machines don't wait. Machines don't doubt. Machines don't feel. They execute. Always. And that's what makes them feared. You need to understand something. Fundamental emotions make you human, but discipline makes you legendary. The greatest men in history weren't ruled by feelings. They were ruled by mission, by purpose, by an unbreakable commitment to their vision. Did they feel fear? Yes. Did they feel doubt? Yes. Did they feel pain? Yes. But they didn't let those feelings make decisions. They didn't give emotions the steering wheel. They drove. They commanded. They conquered. Weak men crumble under pressure. Strong men use pressure as fuel. Weak men run from pain. Strong men walk through fire. Weak men wait for the right moment. Strong men create it. This world doesn't respect emotions. It respects results. And results come from action. Relentless action. Brutal action. Action that doesn't care how you feel. Here's what your day looks like when you master this. The alarm goes off. Your body says sleep. You get up. The gym is cold. Your muscles are sore. You train anyway. The work is hard. Your mind is tired. You push anyway. The journey is long. Your spirit is weak. You continue anyway. This is the path. Not sometimes. Not when you feel good. Every single day. Because every time you override your emotions, you build armor. You forge steel. You become unbreakable. And the beautiful thing, it compounds. One day of discipline creates momentum. 1 week creates habit. 1 month creates identity. 1 year creates transformation. But it starts with today. Right now. This moment. Let me paint you a picture of 2 men. Man wakes up when he feels like it. He trains when he's motivated. He works when inspiration strikes. He quits when things get hard. Man B wakes up at the same time every day. He trains regardless of how he feels. He works whether inspired or not. He pushes harder when things get difficult. After 1 day, the difference is invisible. After 1 week, Man B has slight momentum. After 1 month, Man B is noticeably different. After 1 year, Man B is unrecognizable. Man A is exactly the same. After 5 years, Man B has built an empire. Man A is still waiting to feel ready. After 10 years, Man B is a legend. Man A is a cautionary tale. The gap between them, it wasn't talent, it wasn't luck, it wasn't opportunity. It was discipline, every single day. Compounding, building, creating. And here's the thing about daily discipline, it's not sexy. It's not exciting. It's not glamorous. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's grinding. Same alarm. Same routine. Same work. Day after day after day, but that's exactly what makes it powerful. Because while everyone else is chasing the next big thing, the next hack, the next shortcut, the next secret, you're doing the simple things over and over and over. And simple things done consistently beat complex things done occasionally, every single time. The world is full of brilliant plans, incredible ideas, amazing potential, but it's starving for execution, relentless execution, boring execution. So while others are planning, you're doing. While others are preparing, you're executing. While others are waiting for perfect, you're making progress with imperfect. And eventually they look up, and you're miles ahead. Not because you're smarter, not because you're more talented, not because you had advantages, but because you showed up every day without negotiation, without excuses, without exception. Remember, a man who bows to feelings becomes nothing. A man who bows to discipline becomes unstoppable. You have two paths in front of you. Path 1, listen to your feelings. Stay comfortable. Stay safe. Stay average. Die with your potential locked inside. Path 2, ignore your feelings. Embrace discomfort. Chase danger. Chase greatness. Die empty, with everything you had given to the world. Most men take path 1. It's easier. It's softer. It's familiar. But it's also empty, hollow, meaningless. The men who take path 2, they suffer more. They bleed more. They sacrifice more. But they also live more. They experience more. They become more. They become legends. And here's the secret nobody tells you once you start walking path 2. Once you start pushing through the feelings instead of obeying them, something magical happens. You stop needing motivation. You stop waiting for inspiration. You become the storm that others seek shelter from. Your presence changes rooms. Your energy shifts atmospheres. Your discipline inspires nations. Not because you're special, but because you refuse to be average. Let me be brutally honest with you for a moment. You're going to die. One day your heart will stop. Your breath will cease. Your story will end. That's not pessimism. That's reality. That's the clock that's ticking right now. And when that day comes, when you're lying there, taking your last breaths, what will you think about? Will you think about all the times you stayed comfortable? All the times you chose the easy path? All the times you listened to fear? Or will you think about the battles you fought, the mountains you climbed, the person you became? Because here's what nobody tells you about death. It's not the end that hurts. It's the waste. Dying having never truly lived. Dying having never truly tried. Dying having never become who you could have been. That's the real tragedy. That's the real loss. That's the real hell. So I'm asking you right now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. What are you going to do with the time you have left? Are you going to waste it being comfortable? Or are you going to invest it becoming legendary? Are you going to play it safe? Or are you going to play to win? Are you going to hide from your potential? Or are you going to hunt it down and claim it? Because you can't do both. You can't be comfortable and be great. You can't play it safe and play to win. You can't hide from your calling and answer it. You have to choose. And that choice, it's not made once. It's made every single day, every single hour, every single moment. In the mirror each morning, at the gym each session, at your desk each workday, in your mind each second. Are you choosing comfort or are you choosing greatness? Most men choose comfort, and they wonder why their lives feel empty. A few men choose greatness, and they never wonder about anything because they know. They lived. They tried. Be one of the few, not one of the many. Let me tell you about the warrior's code. Warriors don't fight when they feel like it. They fight because it's time to fight. Warriors don't train when they're motivated. They train because warriors train. Warriors don't quit when things get hard. They double down when things get hard. This isn't about being emotionless. This is about being in control. Feel the fear, then move forward. Feel the pain, then push harder. Feel the doubt, then prove it wrong. Your feelings are passengers. Never let them drive. You are the captain. You are the commander. You are the king of your own kingdom. And kings don't abdicate their throne. because they feel tired. Throughout history, warriors have understood one fundamental truth. Survival belongs to those who move despite fear. Victory belongs to those who fight despite pain. Greatness belongs to those who rise despite doubt. The Spartans trained in brutal conditions, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they knew soft men die first. The samurai lived by Bushido, not because it was easy, but because discipline separated the warrior from the fool. Navy SEALs endure Hell Week, not because they're superhuman, but because they understand that the body quits long before the mind must. What do all these warriors have in common? They trained themselves to ignore the voice of comfort. They trained themselves to override the instinct to quit. They trained themselves to move when everything said stop. And you can do the same. So ask yourself every single day, am I living like a warrior, or am I living like a victim? Because warriors create their destiny. Victims accept their fate. Warriors take ground. Victims give it up. Warriors rise stronger. Victims stay broken. Which one are you? Here's the truth that will set you free. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to motivate you. Nobody is coming to push you. It's on you. All of it. Always. Your success. On you. Your failure. On you. Your transformation. On you. And that's the most liberating truth you'll ever hear. Because if it's all on you, then you have all the power. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need perfect circumstances. You just need to decide. And then execute. Day after day. Week after week. Year after year. Until the person in the mirror doesn't recognize the person you used to be. But let me tell you what happens when you truly commit. When you stop making excuses and start making moves. When you stop talking and start doing. The first week is hell. Your body rebels. Your mind screams. Your emotions rage. Everything inside you says stop. Everything inside you says, this isn't worth it. Everything inside you says, go back to comfort. But you don't. You push through. And something incredible happens. Week 2 gets slightly easier. Not because the work is lighter, but because you're stronger. Week 3, you start to see changes. Small ones, barely noticeable, but they're there. Week 4, you've built momentum.
The habit is forming. The identity is shifting. Month 2, you're a different person. You move differently. You think differently. You are differently. Month 3, people start noticing. What's different about you? You seem more confident. You look better. They can't quite put their finger on it, but they feel it. Because discipline creates an aura, a presence, an energy that's unmistakable. Month 6, you're unrecognizable. The old you is dead. The new you is born. And you're just getting started.
You weren't born for comfort. You weren't born to be average. You were born for war. Born to rise. Born to conquer. So kill the boy who waits. Kill the man who hesitates. Kill the version of you that hides behind feelings. Forge the machine. Build the warrior. Become the storm. Because the world bends to the man who refuses to bend himself. Every empire was built by men who ignored their feelings. Every legend was forged by men who pushed past pain. Every champion was crowned by men who refused to quit. And you have that same power, that same potential, that same choice. The only question is, Will you use it? Will you wake up tomorrow and do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel? So move. Now. Today. This moment. Stop negotiating with weakness. Stop compromising with comfort. Stop making deals with mediocrity. Burn the boats. Destroy the excuses. Kill the old you. And rise. Be that man. Become that man. Live as that man. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because ready is a lie. Perfect is a myth. The right time is now. So go. Execute. Dominate. Rise. And never, ever let your feelings make decisions again. If this hit your soul, prove you're not average. Comment below. I choose discipline. Because words without action mean nothing. But action changes everything. Like this video if you're ready to stop being weak. Share it if you know someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe if you're committed to the path. This isn't just content. This is a movement, a brotherhood, a war against weakness. And we need soldiers, men who won't quit, men who won't break, men who refuse to lose. Are you one of them? Prove it. Hit that like button. Drop that comment. Share this message. And then go do the work. Because talk is cheap. Action is currency. And winners don't just watch. Winners execute. So let's go. It's time to rise.